This episode brought to you by Nabisco Doritos. Mmm, crunchy. Hello and welcome to Miniatures Rundown. I am Joshua.
And I'm Mitchell.
And today we've got the weird catching up from the 2-week pre-order thing that is still confusing me as to what actually is coming out on a given week.
Yeah, me too. Because again,
I'm losing track. I'm losing track.
We talked about how on the Necromunda preview, it didn't say 2-week pre-order.
Right.
It's still a 2-week pre-order.
It is?
Yeah, that's coming out next week. Yeah, they didn't say it. So everything from here on until they say otherwise is 2 weeks. This is what I'm getting. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. You were still confused even before the rant of the confused.
In my defense, that time it was just a failure to communicate.
Always is.
Speaking of failures to communicate, we've got the Horus Heresy here. Get it? Because Magnus started the Horus Heresy because the Emperor didn't tell him not to breach the Imperium. Anyway.
I didn't get it, but okay.
Well, you see. Anyway, and that's how the Horus Heresy started. So, what we have today is obviously some Horus Heresy, but first let's talk about our little friend.
A little dwarfy.
A little dwarf. It is the commemorative series, The Ancestor's Wrath. Basically, this is it's not a Thunderkin.
No. It's the, what's the character? Not the Jarl.
No.
They called it something, and it's not on this box at all.
Nope, it's not. Anyway, it's the new Leagues of Votann character. They don't have their own rules, I should say. She doesn't have her own rules, but she is an amazing model.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Again, not a fan of dwarves in general. This one, I like the resting pose. I don't know why.
It's stoic and heroic.
Yeah.
We've got the sprue up on screen for you now, as you can see. Just one little sprue, packed to the gills, as it often is.
Yeah. I mean, that's better than it being like having a bunch of holes in it.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're a dwarf fan, it's great. If not, I still don't like the moose head. I probably shouldn't have all been one sentence, but it was.
Moose once beat my sister. Yeah, I get what they're going for. It's the kind of the combination of the Norse thing with but I don't love it.
Yeah, I don't love it either.
I would have preferred the squats be the biker squats from Mars that they used to be.
That would be really cool.
I
mean, you could make them into that.
Sure, but I could make anything into anything I want.
That's true.
Thus, the power of kit bashing. So something else that came out today that I don't think anybody in the entire world is excited about.
I was interested to see how it would work, and now that I see how it works, I am no longer excited.
It's the Stormvault Skirmish Case. AKA, it's a piece of Tupperware with the world's worst waffle maker inside. Let's open up. We've got here on our overhead cam.
What I will give them is they're trying something new.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to make what works. This is the same problem we had with the painting handle 2.0.
Yeah.
Their first painting handle, sure, it was overpriced because it was Games Workshop TAT.
It wasn't even that overpriced.
It wasn't that overpriced, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was nice and chunky, and it held your mini. And then they came out with the bleep version, and it was worse because that design does not fit any human hand, and it was just clearly designed to save plastic.
Yep.
While charging as much money.
Yep.
And it sucked. You don't need to reinvent the wheel.
And speaking of saving plastic while being crappy.
So first off, this thing's not hinged. Like,
nope.
It's two parts that come together like a Tupperware container.
Yep.
And yeah, it's filled with either the worst waffle iron ever or a saw trap. These are
softer than I thought. I
Yeah.
thought they would be a little more rigid.
Well, it's a good thing they're not rigid because, like, I think this is the absolute max that you could fit in here would be, and now it's for skirmish games. It's supposed to be for skirmish games.
It is the skirmish case.
So you're not really supposed to be able to fit something like our good Dracothian Garden here.
But they say like the 40 mils and then the oval bases because they're 42 mils
Yeah,
wide.
it shows off oval bases. I believe they use Cavalos Death Riders on the box.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then the 40s and smaller. So the way it works is it's not like the slotted foam like they used to do way back in the day. And it's not the channel foam that they do now. It's just kind of these little, flanges, sea anemones.
Yep. The fingers that you like.
Yeah. I don't like it. I would perhaps like it better if it was not $60. 60.
But silicone's expensive, man.
No, it's not. Yeah, like We've talked before about how we don't like many of their carrying cases because they're often more expensive than they're worth.
They're more expensive than they're worth. I find that they're not as good. The only case that I've actually liked are the old slotted ones.
Right.
And even those aren't great because you have anything outside of like a 1.5 by 2.5, and it's like overlapping and can break and all that stuff. I have never liked any Citadel case.
And I don't see this being much friendlier towards, Skitarii antenna than a foam case is. That's always the problem with the foam cases, right? Is that the antenna get caught in there and they get ripped off.
Yeah.
Just use magnets, folks.
Yep.
Use magnets.
That is the real solution.
The real solution is magnets.
When GW finally introduces a magnet case, they're going to be lauded as they're going to be appled. This is the best thing I've ever seen. No one has ever done anything better.
When GW releases their own magnet case, the magnets will not be rare earth magnets. They'll be refrigerator magnets.
Yes. They will be so weak.
And cheap magnetic tape.
But until then, we got phalanges.
So yeah, you can really you could kind of see from here how many you could probably fit in here. It is a skirmish case.
Yeah.
But again, $60.
It's way too much.
The Kill Team ones with the channel foam were like what, 35, 40?
The which ones?
The Kill Team Warcry ones that were branded on the top.
Yeah, I think 40.
Yeah,
40 or 50. I think they went up to 50.
They went up to 50, but then the fact that you have to press it down and then clip it together. I mean, it's secure, I guess, but
yeah, because it's like they sit in the bottom ones and then the top ones like push against it.
Right. And it's mirrored. It's got these rubber things on it so it doesn't slide around, but you're going to lose half of it because it's going to come off and you're going to leave it somewhere or someone's going to take it.
Yeah. It's really weird.
I'd throw this away if I didn't care more about the Marines inside than I do about the case itself.
Yeah, Cody would be upset. He painted this.
He painted those, and he painted them well. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Overall, not a fan, especially for the price. If it was $40, I would say maybe.
I give this 2 waffle irons out of 10. And now back to the 30th millennium? 30K? Anyway, it's Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
The Mark III Tactical Squad. Mark III, also called the Iron Armor. Mm-hmm. Noted for looking old, kind of knightly, and having lots of little rivets on it. I actually kind of like the way the Mark III armor works.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like the Mark IV.
I don't like the Mark IV either.
And I don't really care for the Mark V or VI either. They're not great. But
Yeah.
the 3 kind of does call back to a different style in a way that doesn't seem dorky or out of proportion.
Yeah. I like the classic. Was it Mark VI that was the Tactical Marines?
Yes.
Mark VI?
Yeah.
I like the Mark VI armor because it's classic and it looks really good on the 40K. But might be my second favorite.
I think this is my favorite non-Primaris armor.
They're super chunky. They have like actual helmets that make sense.
Yeah.
Except for the little spike on top is not really my favorite.
Yeah, the Kaiser Wilhelm spike
Yeah.
isn't particularly great.
Just in case like you have to headbutt somebody like directly head on.
Well, they load you into the cannon and then they fire you.
Yeah, it's extra ammo.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think these look great. They're super, they're stocky, but not in a old school Marine stocky.
Right. They're not stocky in a old school Terminators where it doesn't make sense because the head's here and the shoulders are up here.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks good.
This is 20 guys in a box.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 sprues. You get 2 of each sprue, basically. So total of 6 sprues. 20 guys in a box runs for $75.
Which is cheaper than the last 2 Horus Heresy tactical squads.
Yes, presumably because they are kind of outdated and not great in game. Their shtick is that they're tougher, but not as good.
Sure,
Because
usually
that's the armor.
That's usually what the Horus Heresy does. That's how they did the oh god, what are they called in 40K? The Horus Heresy Terminators.
Cataphracti?
Yeah, the Cataphracti, where they were just slower and tougher, but not as agile. Even though Terminators are not agile at all. But yeah, and in 40K they're just tactical Marines.
Yeah. What I was actually going to suggest is if I ever pick up a box of these, I'm not today because I don't have any money. But if I was going to, I would use them as Iron Warriors Chaos Space Marines.
Oh, they would be so good as Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors, their shtick is that they actually didn't move on beyond these too much because they were kind of ignored and they got all the old crap.
Yeah, they're sad.
That's why they went all evil. Don't neglect your kids.
Iron Warriors might be my second favorite Chaos Legion.
They're my favorite Chaos Legion.
That's pretty good.
By virtue of not being chained to one Chaos God and being cool.
They are cool.
And now on to the little guy responsible for our Nabisco joke. No, we're not actually sponsored by Nabisco. Sorry, Nabisco, please don't sue us, etc., etc.
I mean, get a hold of us if you want to be
Right,
sponsored.
unless you want to sponsor us and send us a lot of Doritos and Oreos, in which case.
I will paint this in any. I will paint this in Cool Ranch. I'll paint this in classic nacho.
I will paint one of these in every Dorito flavor.
in every Dorito flavor if you sponsor us.
So,
I promise.
if you don't know, that's technically the Derideo
the Derideo
Dreadnought, but everyone calls it the Dorito Dreadnought, partially because of the name and also because it is very triangular in shape.
Yeah, like it has the little chest point, and it goes back in like a triangle. I actually kind of like how this Dreadnought looks.
So do I. It's very BattleTech.
It is very bad. I'm not a fan of BattleTech, but I still like how
Part of that is the giant missile racks on the back.
Yeah.
It doesn't have punchy arms. It just has big guns.
Mm-hmm.
This is, in Horus Heresy terms, this is your ranged dreadnought.
Mm-hmm.
This is your. It's not a hybrid at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it has dreadnought attacks. It can kick, whatever.
Yeah, it can.
Strength 6 or something.
I realized I was kicking under the table and nobody can see that.
But this thing is your ranged cannons. Carries autocannons or plasma cannons or heavy flamers, whatever you want it to do.
To be more specific, this is the Derideo Dreadnought Anvilus configuration.
Which means we will get others.
Well, we will get others. I was going to say that the Anvilus configuration sounds like a Hellraiser movie. But, so yeah, I'm guessing because I think it can also, its arms can be, I think, 2 or 3 other weapons. So I'm guessing that's the other one's going to be. Because in Horus Heresy, everything has to have a different box, and I don't know why. Oh, wait, I know why.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of money, this thing is $80.
All the other Dreadnoughts that they've come out in plastic are $80. This did not surprise me.
I'm aware, but it's $80.
It is $80. It's a lot. It's a big boy.
It is, but if you wanted to save money and still get one of these, you could grab... Get the other box, get the other box.
Hurry, Mitchell, do it.
Ta-da! It's the Legions Astartes Battle Group.
Yeah.
So this thing comes with 30 Mark III Tactical Marines.
Which is strange.
Yes, because it's 1.5 boxes.
So 75. I'm too tired to do math.
Well, that's easy. It's 75 divided by 2, which is 37.5, plus 75, which is $132.5 there. 1 Land Raider Proteus, which we didn't open and show you because that's not new.
Yeah, it's also it's a old model.
If you were paying attention to New Scale Epic, they just showed off the new Land Raider Proteus.
They did. I saw that.
Protei?
Proteuses.
Proteopods.
Proteopods. I like that.
The new Land Raider Proteopods. It also comes with 1 Dorito Dreadnought. So you get a Dorito, 30 Marines, and a Proteus, and a Legion Special Weapons Frame, which includes plasmas, Volkites, calibers, flamers, melting guns.
Oh, I didn't realize it came with that.
Yep.
That's
I
nice.
didn't either until I read the back of the box. Basically, for $210, which is a pretty good deal,
Yeah. It's what? $80 kit, $120 kit.
and $130 in Marines.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so you're looking at about $300 for about $215, $220.
Yeah.
I forget what the MSRP is on this.
210, I think is what it was.
It's not as good a deal as the launch box,
Right.
which was $700 of
absolutely
plastic
absurd.
for $300.
Yeah.
But it is still a pretty good deal. I'm surprised at how good a deal it is because I thought what they would do with this one is still charge $300 and just give you a lot less stuff. But they didn't do that.
Yeah. I'm okay. I mean, again, not as good of a deal because it's less stuff in it for less money, but
Yes.
I think this is probably the pickup to like start getting into, assuming you like the minis that are inside, to start getting into Horus Heresy, because the $300 one can be a lot, because you just like whoopsie doodle, I have 1,800 points. This is kind of like I would say a dip your toe, but it's still $200.
Warhammer terms.
Yes, dip your whole leg, not your whole body, just your whole leg. I like this one. I think they should do more things like it. Usually it's the like, you get 1 kit for free.
This is a better deal than most 40K boxes.
It is.
By a long shot. Especially if you compare this to the Battle Forces that we've seen previewed.
Oh, sorry. I blacked out for a second.
Sorry, Mitchell had a rage blackout like I did earlier when I found out Necromunda's not coming for 2 weeks. Anyway, This is a better deal than most of the Battle Force boxes. Like, if you compare this to the Guard box, which is 2 Rogaldorn tanks, a unit of Guardsmen, and a unit of Command Squad, I wish more 40K boxes aspired to this level of quality.
Yes.
I still think that if you can get it, the $300 box is a better entry point.
Yeah.
Because A, the Marines are more current, less specialized.
True.
B, it comes with more of a wide range of things because it also comes with a Dreadnought and also comes with a Land Raider, but also comes with Terminators.
And 2 heroes. There's no heroes. In
And
this.
2 heroes.
There's no HQs in this.
And it gives you more Marines.
Yeah.
That one is a better, like, if you know you want to play Horus Heresy.
Right.
Because that's what I think you hit on a good point there, was like, this is not dip your toes. $210 is still too much for dip your toes.
But there's no such thing as dip your toes in Horus Heresy then.
No, there isn't.
It just doesn't exist.
By design. Welcome to Horus Heresy. Welcome to Historicals for 40K nerds.
Yeah.
Overall, though, pretty good box. Pretty happy with it.
Yeah, good deal. Again, we both talked about that we like Iron Warriors, so this is actually maybe not a bad pickup even for 40K players.
Yep. So the Land Raider Proteus you can play as any kind, just a standard Land Raider.
Yep.
Because it has quad las cannons, and then you could put something on the turret.
I heard people talking that it's a little bit taller, but a little bit like thinner. So it kind of evens out.
Yeah.
And then the Derodeo Dreadnought has not Horus Heresy, Legends rules.
It has Legend rules, but I would ignore those and play it as probably some kind of variant of either Contemptor or the normal Dreadnought.
Yeah.
I would play it as a Dreadnought that you gave a missile launcher to, because you can give a Dreadnought missile launcher a last cannon.
That's true.
I would probably play it as that. I would ignore the Legends rules, but that's me. I kind of hate the Legends rules.
Yeah, me too. I don't really care for them.
Here's the question, though. If you were playing Chaos, which is what I would do with this, because I would be turning these guys into Iron Warriors, what would you do with the Derodeo?
I mean,
Because Land Raider's a Land Raider.
Land Raider's a Land Raider, obviously.
Chaos Space Marines, those can be a unit of Chaos Space Marines. They wouldn't be very good.
No, the ranged unit. Also, you don't need 30.
No, heavens no.
Especially not for Iron Warriors. If you have more than 10, you're probably doing it wrong. I mean, obviously, it would be a Hellbrute, but you would have to do some shenanigans to it.
You have to chaos the heck out of it.
Yep. You can get a missile launcher, and you can get plasma, and you can get an autocannon, I think. I don't remember if they have an autocannon or an assault cannon.
I think it's a rotary cannon. I think it's an assault cannon.
So
you can fudge the numbers there.
You can.
Is it WYSIWYG? No. Is it cool? Yes.
Because it's like per arm kind of thing, meh. But because it's chaos, you could just like completely screw this thing up with green stuff.
Oh yeah. It's got random weird growths.
Yeah, growths and like the gun is like melting off. I don't know. It would look really cool. Not gonna lie. Of course, there's again the Legends rules because there is a Legends Chaos Derodeo Dreadnought. Yeah. Sorry, I get it.
I don't care about Legends rules. I'd rather kit bash something fun.
Agreed. But yeah, I like this box a lot. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look how big he is. It's 100%. He's like that tall. That's bigger than a regular Dreadnought.
He's tall.
He's tall.
So, all of this is coming out this Saturday.
Yes.
Definitely.
100%.
For sure.
We got it. It's here.
Right.
So yes.
Ugh, GW, fix your flippin' release schedule. Yeah. I know you had to do 2 weeks on Marines. I get it. But there was no reason to continue that shenanigan, all right?
Again, I am okay with the 2 week. It just has to be a known thing.
I stopped being okay with it when it affected my Necromunda.
That's true. I don't know why I'm not as upset about that. But
me neither.
Whatever.
Possibly because we have this wonderful box in front of us.
Maybe.
This is all coming out next Saturday. I believe most of this is still available to order. None of it's out of stock yet, except this box is out of stock on GW's website. Yes, this box went out of stock fairly early. That being said, our local game store still has one left. So check your local game stores, check your alternate sources. You might still be able to get one of these.
Yep.
We also do have plenty of the single Dreadnoughts and Iron Warrior squads, and so does Games Workshop. So not super high in demand. It seems they made a fair few of these. It seems they didn't cap them at one, unlike
or
next
Horus
week.
Heresy's not as cool as they wanted it to be.
I think for this box, people will come out for this one.
I agree.
Because this one did sell out pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it from us this week. Let us know below if you liked what you saw. Leave us a like and a comment, especially if you're getting one of these.
I'd be interested to see what you guys do with them.
What flavor of Dorito would you paint your Dreadnought?
I really want a Cool Ranch Dorito. Dreadnought now. That'd be so fun.
Be the change you wish to see in the world.
Bye.